Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea from the Bible. It's a challenge, you know? It's this call to move beyond just knowing about God's ways and to start actually walking in them. So let's get right into it.
So this is the verse we're really going to anchor ourselves in today, from Isaiah chapter 2. And I want you to catch the most important part of this. The goal isn't just to learn, right? It's not just to gather information. The whole point is so that we may walk in his paths. It's all about action.
Okay, so to really get what's going on, we got to look at the whole picture here. Isaiah starts with this massive, incredible vision of the future, all nations coming to God, leading to this time of absolute peace. I mean, swords into plowshares. Wow. But then verse 5 brings it right down to earth. It makes it super personal and immediate with this call, "Come, let us walk in the light of the Lord," right now. All right, first up, let's unpack this incredible vision. What is Isaiah actually showing us here? What Isaiah is describing here is just amazing. It's not a picture of conquest, where God forces people to follow him. It's a picture of attraction. People from everywhere are drawn to God because they see that he's the source of all real wisdom, all real peace. They're coming because they want to learn from him. But here's the thing, this huge future vision, it's not just something to admire from a distance. It's actually an invitation for you and me, right here, right now. And this slide, man, it just lays out the choice so clearly, doesn't it? On one side, you've got what the world often offers, just a lot of confusion and darkness. But on the other side, you've got God's invitation. And his invitation is into clarity and into light. It's a choice between two totally different ways to live. Okay, so this leads us to our first really big idea today. God's teaching isn't just for us to know stuff, it's for us to do stuff. Faith is a path we walk, not just a lecture we listen to. And this is the absolute key, you guys. The Bible is meant for transformation, not just information. It's supposed to fundamentally change how we live our lives, not just fill our heads with more facts. So, why? Why is this distinction so critical? I mean, isn't knowing the right things enough? Why does it have to be about action? Well, it's because a faith that just sits there, that's not really faith at all. Think about it. You can show up to church every single week, but still be walking in a completely different direction from God. Real faith, it shows up in the little things, how you talk, what you think about, the decisions you make, and especially how you treat the people around you. God's truth has to be the compass for your entire life. Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do we actually do it? Well, here are 4 really practical steps. Start your day by actually wanting to learn from God's word. Then, when he shows you something, act on it right away. Make his voice the one you listen to over all the other noise. And finally, don't do it alone. Invite other people to join you on this journey. All right, that brings us to our second big lesson, and it's all about this powerful idea of light that we see at the end of the passage. So, after painting this amazing picture of the future, Isaiah pulls us right back to the present. And he doesn't just suggest something, he gives a direct command, an urgent invitation. Come, let us walk in the light of the Lord. This is a call to action for today. And again, just look at this contrast. The choice couldn't be clearer, could it? When you walk in God's light, what do you get? Peace, purity, direction, hope. But the other path? It's just fear, sin, confusion, and stumbling around in the dark. Okay, so this was written thousands of years ago. Why is this call to walk in the light so incredibly important for us right now, today? I mean, let's be real. It feels like the world is getting darker, doesn't it? And that's exactly why God's people are called to be different, to stand out. When you choose to walk in his light, your life literally becomes a beacon. It brings clarity and hope to people who are just lost and confused in the darkness. So what does it look like to be that light? Well, here are 4 really practical things you can do. Make a choice to follow God's word, instead of just going with the flow. Have the guts to turn away from sin even when everyone else is doing it. Make sure your words and your actions actually line up with what you say you believe. And be a light right where you are, in your family, at your school, at your job. All right, so as we start to wrap this up, it all boils down to this. It's about a daily choice, a daily commitment. It's about taking this huge, beautiful vision and making it real in our own lives, one step at a time. There's a line from a prayer in the devotional that just hits the nail on the head. Help me walk with you daily, not just with words, but with a heart that obeys.
That's the goal, isn't it? A heart that's ready to follow, not just a mouth that says the right things.
So if you forget everything else we talked about today, please remember this powerful, simple command: walk in God's light.
And that leaves us with one final, and maybe the most important question. This isn't about tomorrow or next week. It's about today. How are you, personally, going to walk in the light today? What's one small step you're going to take starting right now?